Hello. Let me sort the news and stuff out. There. Right, okay, so let me just have a quick read of what's happened, because obviously we've had all the news happening around the yen. For those of you who don't know, the yen has had an interesting change of circumstances, because now we've had the potential new prime minister, forgot her name, Sanae Takaichi-san, emerged as Japan's likely next prime minister. The yen tumbled 2% to 150 per dollar, hitting a new record low versus the euro. Longer dated Japanese bonds suffer their steepest drop in months on a certain on concern a Takaichi versus the euro. So I think the euro is going to be weak. I think what the scenario is that she's more dovish, more on rate cuts, on negative prices and stuff like that. I think that's the scenario. I'm just reading all the news now. Yeah. Pro-stimulus leader. Okay. More on rate cuts and stuff like that.
Stop long yen trade recommendations after Takaichi picked to lead Japanese ruling party.
Yeah. So that makes sense why this happened to the yen. Bloody heck, that's a big move, you know, big move. Because I was doing my weekly outlook and stuff, and it dropped so hard, I was like, oh wow, oh wow. Okay, so that low failed. That's interesting. We got Frankfurt high right here. Okay. And then we've got have a look here, man. Story same as always. Try and catch a clean trade, catch a TP, and then call it a day and request a payout. So story is the same. That story coincides with patience in the market. All of that's exactly the same. No change in terms of my view on the market from that perspective, in terms of the way I trade. So yeah, just sticking to the whole idea of patience, pretty much. Trying to figure out what this price action is looking like. I like the look of getting into longs, just to target up here, because you've basically got a bit of a channel from there to there. I think it might be better on the M5. Damn it. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be like that. Yeah. And then obviously we'll have the expansion outwards as well, which is a signature pattern. So you've got this channel build up here, expansion outwards, taking out the low. Now we got an invalid zone up top to attack. This looks like a clean setup. Within our time window as well. I do like the look of this, I can't lie. The only concern is am I too late? So lower high, lower low. But hello, lower high, higher low, and then break structure here. We didn't tag that demand zone, but it's because I was thinking about something in it. Hello, karibu undugu, mambo, god damn it. How are you? Is it Mambo VP or what? Because I forget. And then what is Mambo Pow? What is Mambo VP? What is Mambo Freshie? Because I can't remember that. Okay, so Mambo Pow is how are you doing, yeah? Okay. Freshie and Power means I'm good. Okay, so Mambo Pow. Okay, yeah, so Mambo VP, how are you? Mambo Power, I'm good. Or Mambo Freshie, I'm good. Okay, perfect, thank you. I kept thinking the other way around. I kept thinking Mambo Pow was how are you? And then Mambo VP or Mambo Freshie was yeah, I'm good. Okay, no problem. No problemo, amigo. Mambo oh, Power, sorry, not Pow. Yeah, Power. Sorry. Mambo Power. Undo. Okay, so lower high led to a lower low, that led to a lower high, that led to this high low, that broke structure there. It didn't give a clean entry though. Low, broke structure there. Only did break structure here was the nearest demand zone. No clean entry on that. No clean entry, but obviously the analysis is good. The analysis is good. This is one of my prime setups. An invalid zone, Frankfurt drop, bunch of liquidity above it. That's my prime setup, man. Like I love that. I like that a lot, you know. Yeah, I like that a lot, you know, cause okay, so now we've got all these levels right here, there, and we've got ooh, this is looking like a nice little channel. Ooh. I'm enjoying doing the weekly outlook videos because they're kind of cool, and I had a couple new viewers as well, which is nice. That was nice. And I think I got one new subscriber. That was good. I like the engagement where the people engage and they ask questions and they get involved. I enjoy that so much. Okay, so we took out the high. I don't want it to take the low out to push higher, but it doesn't have to do that. Okay, so entries for me are simple. I'll draw it here for you because it's got a big gap here. Let me start again. Price come down. There. So let's say yeah, like they just come ask questions and that's it. So basically let's say this is a weekly low, daily low, London low, New York low, yeah. So that's some important low, yeah, weekly, daily, whatever. Price comes down in Frankfurt, so this could be Frankfurt open. So this could be, it's even better if this is London open, yeah. And then basically we make a lower highs and lower lows, yeah. So above here we might have a trend line or a channel. So you might have a channel of liquidity right there, loads of highs, loads of lows like this. Yeah, we might have loads of highs, loads of lows
leader Foe says
like that.
It's difficult to avoid toppling the government.
And then basically you got this huge drop off here. You got obviously invalid zone right here. This is one of my favorite setups. Yeah,
branch manager says solid domestic demand is driving growth in the Kansai Western Japan region despite the impact of US tariffs.
So then obviously you get a break of structure here. So you get a low that led to a lower high that come into a demand zone. Then it broke structure, leaving another demand zone. That for me is the entry model right there. So the entry model is this demand zone. So I'd set my entry there. And I'd set my entry there. And then I put stop losses just below the low there. And I'd target 35 pips and 70 pips.
And Bank Japan Osaka branch manager says
that's one of my entry models. I've got 3 or 4 more.
Is limited as a whole.
There's a few different entry models. There's a few different ones, but this is my favorite. I really love this one. This is my favorite one. I love when this happens. But this only happens every week, every month, like 2 times, 3 times a month. But that's the one that's got like 60-70% win rate. And on GJ, you'll get about 20 or. On EUG, you'll get about 10 to 15 or on this setup. Beautiful. But it has to be in Frankfurt. Entry has to be in between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Like, it has to be within that certain time. You have to get exactly this price action. Like, it's hard to catch this exact setup because it doesn't happen every day. You see what I mean? It doesn't happen every day. That's one of my entry models. Invalid zones are important.
Well, hello everybody, this is Donald
this
J. Trump.
idiot.
You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase.
Okay, so let's look at GU really quick.
% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
Yeah. It's about understanding, innit? Like, what level has been swept? Was it a relevant level? Was it not a relevant level? All that type of stuff, innit? But once you understand it, it's not that bad. And then you got Frankfurt high right here. Price tagged into it, giving a reaction. Hopefully that fails. If it does fail and EU shows that it's due to fail, then that would be good. Because on the M5 we come out, took structural lows. And then so if you expanded outwards from that channel, took these lows right here. So I like the look of this. This looks like a nice little clean setup. That looks like a really nice setup. But then the issue we had is there was no like high lows and higher highs for me. It just kind of like consolidated upwards. That's why I started going to 30-second time frame, because 30-second gives a bit more cleaner price action. So lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, broke structure. Entry was right here. The entry was right here. Actually I wouldn't take it from there because that's too tight. I'd have gone up there, and I'm probably done like, because it's GU, I'd have done 2.5 pip SL, and then tag into there, give a reaction. I target about 15 pips on GU, so partials about 6R, and then TP is 35, 30 to 35, so 30 is 12, 35 is probably 14. Yeah, 14. There you go. and that invalid zone's about to fail, so that's perfect. And then basically when price touches an invalid zone, the only way to take a trade after is upon the failure of that zone. So let's just set some alerts now, because you need to wait for the failure of this zone. Perfect. And then can we do M15 on, oh damn it, can we do M15 on this too? Better off just doing M5 on this one. But let's go to M15 because we've had all this move happening here. DXY is pushed up again, but I'm expecting it to come back down. I'm not expecting it to continue bullish. I'll be honest. I'm a bit surprised if it does. I think we're gonna still see a bit more bearishness on the DXY. Oh damn it. Okay, we're coming off of this trend line, which is pretty much on the bottom of this, or we could just put it there and then lock that down.
Japan Osaka branch manager says, I expect wage hike trend to continue, but it's hard to say now how firms will set wages next year.
So in M15 it looks clear, yeah? You got a channel right there, price extended outwards, took Asia low, and has given a reversal. That's like a really good example right on here on EU. Compression of a channel, extension outwards, taking the low of the day, which is Asia, and then signaling a reversal. I would prefer this come out and took the Friday's low or something like that. It'd be much better confluence of a trade, higher probability trade. But obviously you don't get exactly what you want in the market, you know what I mean? You just gotta kind of like use your judgment and be like, I think that's valid type thing, you know? So yeah, I think the yen's gonna be volatile. I think we're gonna hold above 201 for sure, because you've had a massive move to the upside. I think that it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the pound yen. I think it's gonna break the 201 202 level and start pushing to the upside. Now we've got this new prime minister who's more on the side of rate cuts. That's obviously gonna weaken the yen. That's why gbpjpy is up 384 pips, or 306, yeah. 307 pips. Yeah, that's right. So I think that's interesting. GU is a bit stronger than EU today, but obviously both are down in comparison to the dollar. The yen. Let's go on the daily for the yen, man. Let's look at where the yen is going to be right now. So we've got a potential resistance turn support level, yeah? Right here. This is a potential key area on the daily. We need to mark out these levels now that we might start to see something occur in these areas. Okay, so this is the weekly high here. So that's the weekly high there. This is just a daily level. Okay, so that's weekly, that's just a daily level. That's interesting. Go to Friday on there. And then on this one, I'm gonna go to Friday too. Okay, so looking at the yen, bro, this looks like a key area. But obviously you've got this massive gap here as well. So I'm not too sure what to do about that. I don't think we're gonna come here this week. That might be next week if we come down here. Because you've had such an aggressive move to the upside. I think we can get rid of these. You know what? Even bring it across to the end of October. Even that I think is probably gonna be more valid. Go on the 4 hour. Had a massive gap, man. This gap was ginormous, bro. It's literally a 136 pip gap, 0.7%. Magnificent gap. If we close above this, yeah, with the body close, I wouldn't mind if you come fill in Asia, tests level and fly up again. But obviously this could easily be a fake out. So this could easily be a fake out, and then price might do a reversal. What was that sound? I don't know. Price could easily do a reversal and then just kind of come back into this level, break, test, come fill this gap and continue bearish. That could still happen. But with the sentiment of the market shifting on the yen, I don't think it's so likely anymore. I don't think it's so likely anymore now that we're gonna have a more of a dovish prime minister. You see what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at on here. I think that's going to be interesting on the yen. So yeah. You know what? 15 looks better. M15 does. This looks like a nice little channel. Stuck in this little channel here, possibly. I do like the look of this. The only problem that we have is we've got obviously like a really strong bullish trend, so I don't really want to be fighting against the trend. So I do like the look of this compression, and I'd like to see the expansion outwards, then signal a reversal. But if we don't get that and we get something like this where price expands outwards, taking out this channel here, then we get a possibility for a short. I'm willing to take that into this key area, so I'm flexible on gbpjpy. I prefer longs, but price action's telling me it's not gonna happen, so you just gotta kind of wait, just kind of sit and wait for whatever price action's giving you. That's what I don't like to call what is the day gonna do. I just kind of look and just see what happens, because with the way I trade you have to be more reactive than it is predictive, if that makes sense. And that's how you're better at kind of forecasting where the market's gonna go, is when you kind of get used to understanding prices do whatever it wants to do, learn the tendencies and the patterns, and then just wait for those to occur. Okay, so euro fell even further, and pound's doing okay. I find that interesting. I find that interesting indeed. GBPUSD, obviously that invalid zone's failed. Love that, really good stuff. Just didn't really give me an opportunity to get into that trade, so that's annoying. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, let's go to there. Go to there. I don't know. I don't like the look of that. I'll be honest. I don't like the look of that. Let's go on gold. Ooh, forgot to look at gold. Damn it. I literally said, bro, 39.50 on my weekend analysis, yeah? And look, the price came 39.45. Oh my god. And you know me, I always say like 50 pips, 60 pips below that level. So not exactly 9.50, but like 9.45, 9.47, 43, like that sort of level, and 9.45 again. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. I had the alert set as well on that. Oh no, that was on the other account. Wait. That was on the... That was on here. It wasn't an alert. It was a marking on the chart for gold. There you go. 39 and 39.50. See, I drew on these charts ages ago. That is so funny, man. That is so funny. To get rid of 39. And then we can just bring this all the way back here, because odds are we probably will get there today. That is so funny. Literally, that is so funny. That I call gold on that as well. It's so easy when it's psychological levels because there's loads of consistency. But in terms of how to trade this, I'm gonna have a look at silver. I bet silver's up like nearly 3%, 2.5–3%. Silver is, oh, it's the same, 1.1. Wow, that's okay. Well, interesting. Stock market's up hard. Not sure why. I wouldn't be up so hard on stock market. Euro pound is down, so pound's a bit stronger right now. Euro JPY is up, AUD JPY is up, CHF JPY is up, USD JPY is up. Everything is up against the yen, obviously. Silver's up, oil's up 1.6%. The VIX is up another point. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is up as well a little bit. Actually, no, it's not. It's still relatively low. Yeah, the VIX is still relatively low. If it's to come up above like 19, then I'd say we started to get a volatile market. So this is called the VIX, VIX. It's called the volatility index. Yeah, I'll just show you right here. Volatility S&P index. So it gives you an idea onto the volatility you get in the market. Normally that coincides with DXY volume and stuff like that. So if you want to find out if you're in a low market volume, use the VIX. If you want to find out if you're in a high market volume, use the VIX. Because when we were in April, we were getting 150, 200 pip days on EU, GU. Gold was doing 3-4. Gold is doing backflips like something ridiculous, yeah. And the volatility index coincides with that because it tells you the volume of the market in relation to the S&P, which is in relation to the DXY. So that's a really good one. So the VIX works with all stocks and indices. It works with all dollar crosses. Really, really interesting. I like that. Bitcoin is okay, perfect. The Bitcoin is beautiful right here. Okay, so let's drag this to the recent low, which is this low here.
Eastern time gets Swiss unemployment
still lines up with this key level.
Forecast 2.9%.
If price comes back down,
9%. Unadjusted forecast 2.8% on the prior 2.8%.
If price comes down, this still looks valid to target. Like, so after 125, the next level would probably be like 130, but you got 5 in between, so I'd probably say like 127. 127 might be the next like nice level to look at on Bitcoin. I might start trading it. Actually, I don't know if the spreads are good enough. Let's go on M1. Hey, the spreads aren't so bad. Hey, the spreads are not... Ooh, actually, no, wait a second. They're a bit big, but I think the volume's so high on Bitcoin anyway. I don't know if I'm... It's hard to trade so many things, man. back to the DXY. So yeah, anyway, I think that it's gonna be interesting because oh wow, euro is falling really hard. Look at that. Wow, look at euro. It's really struggling, isn't it? I don't mind because it's extending outwards, so it's okay. Oh hey CS, welcome bro. Welcome. Morning. I keep forgetting, I forget where you're from, but morning, afternoon, whichever country. Okay, so let's go on M15. Okay, let's set an alert on this low here just in case. 831, 830, 831. So set an alert on the low there. Obviously, we are in a demand zone right here, but it's not a demand zone that took out any highs really. So I'm kind of expecting this zone to fail because obviously we've got that bit of liquidity resting below it, which is why I've set the alert there. And obviously it's tagged in at Frankfurt Open. So I still think this zone might fail. So I'm going to mark this down as the invalid 15 zone. Obviously, if we get price confirmation, then obviously it's good in it, but I don't think that we're going to get that bullish confirmation on this. But obviously, if we do it, it's fine. It is what it is. I'm not going to, you know, beat around the bush on it and say, oh, it cannot happen or it shouldn't happen or whatever. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Simple as that. What are you looking at, CS? Anything you're looking at? Hello, fellow traders and gamblers. Karibu Ndugu. Mambo VP. Okay, so I do like the look of this. I'm still willing to take a long into this level. You have taken out Asia low. You haven't taken out any other structural low because it's just kind of a bullish channel from here. So I'd want to see bullish price action in this zone. Mambo is very poor. poor. Mambo is very poor. So that means I'm very good, yeah? I'm very good. That's good, man. Good. I forgot how to say I miss you. Sorry. So that's interesting on there. Euro, pound, USD had a channel expansion outwards, took out some structural internal lows, tagged into an invalid zone, come back down to these lows right here. So it's going to be interesting if we're going to see these lows hold or not, because obviously price did tag a supply zone before tagging a demand zone. Naturally, if we're trending bearish and we're following bearish order flow, supply zone has precedence over demand zones. So this to me is a concern because obviously if we see this zone fail, the sellers are still in control of the market. Sellers are still in the market. You can't take buys yet. You want to still look on the idea of sells. Now, if we do get a reversal on that side of it, like for example, price comes up now, takes out this invalid zone, then that means this zone was strong enough to take out that supply zone. But for me, I never trade if a supply zone was touched before my demand zone and we're continuing bearish. If you're making lower highs and lower lows, I see a low that gives a bullish reaction, taps into a supply zone, comes to that low, I'm not taking that trade because that low could easily fail. That's a weak demand zone. It's not a strong demand zone. It's about understanding what is a good demand zone, weak demand zone, which one works over. So if you've got M15 versus M5, which one's more important? Like, you need to understand that when you're trading supply demand.
LDP posts this evening.
There's not a lot of knowledge right there, but yeah. So let's see what happens here, man. Go to 8:15 in it, and then we wait to see what 8:15 shows us. We'll set an alert here. I thought I set an alert here already, man. I mustn't have. Probably didn't then. And I'm going to set an alert here on both sides of these invalid zones. So obviously when price does come there, I can say, right, okay, I see this and this, I see that and that. Let's see, like, you know, what I'm looking for is going to be etc, etc, because then I've got like something to go off of. So yeah, price is stuck in these levels here. Let's come, oh damn it, keep on M2 there, stay on I'm gonna stay on M1 on euro pound, because this looks like a potentially nice trade. I do like the look of this. I'll be honest, I really do like the look of this. Okay, so we got this low here. If we respect this low, so for example, so that's a lower high, led to a lower low, led to this lower high, led to this lower low, led to this lower high. If we lead to a higher low, that leads to a potential higher internal high, and then we can take a long from this zone here. So this could be the zone where I could get into longs. So that's what I'm thinking. There might be a possibility of a trade here, so I'm just keeping an eye on EU. But the issue is that I can't take that trade because GU is going to invalidate it because it's stuck in this range. So it's about using EU and GU to catch a high probability setup. Now I could take the trade on EU, but if it fails and GU falls off a cliff and EU falls off a cliff, I just took a risky trade for no reason. So it's about catching a trade that's kind of valid, versus just wanting to be in the market, wanting to be in a trade. It's not like that. You got to think about why you're in that trade, the validity of the trade and stuff like that. You know, one thing I like about doing live streams is like when I feel like I'm providing value, or the people feel like there's value there, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
One minute remaining. I'll lead with the adjusted unemployment rate.
I'm gonna speak to the guy I did the podcast with, and I'm gonna say, do you want to do like a 1 year update and stuff like that about how I'm doing so far, just to see how things go. Today is Percy and non-trade day. Anytime there's more volume in Tokyo than previous days in New York, especially, you just know the volume is done for the day. Has been sucked dry. Yes, true, but obviously
2.8%
the reason we've had the volume is
3%,
from a
3% higher than forecast, 2.9%.
specific reason in it. So I'm still willing to look at the market and stuff like that and see what is being presented and that type of thing. Bank of Japan Osaka branch manager. Solid domestic demand for growth driving in the Kansai Western Japan region despite the impact of US tariffs. US tariffs and business sentiment in the region is limited as a whole. That's good. I expect the wage hike trend to continue. It's hard to say now how firms will set wages next year. Interesting. Japan's Internal Affairs and Communications Minister Takaichi will notify picks for Senate for senior LDP posts this evening. Wow. Okay. Swiss unemployment. Swiss unemployment supposed to be 2.9. It come out at 3, so a slight bit more. We got French PMI in 8:30, Eurozone PMI 8:30, German PMI 8:30. We got European Central Bank De Gunda speaking 8:30, Lane speaking 9 o'clock. Eurozone investor confidence 9:30, UK construction 9:30, Eurozone retail sales 10 o'clock. That's going to be interesting at the retail sales. And then in New York session, we got Governor Bailey and European Central Bank Lagarde speaking in the New York session. We've got quite a bit happening actually, bro. We've got quite a bit of news there. Yes, yeah. The Sanae Takamichi-san. Hi. Hi. Sanae Takamichi-san? Takaichi-san, hi. Yeah, that's her. She's more dovish. So she's more stimulus bias in it. Stimulus meaning rate cuts, you know? Rate cuts and stimulating the economy and stuff like that via rate cuts. She's more on that side of things. So yeah. Let's see how that looks and how that goes.
You're behind the markets. If you're
Also, the Nikkei, the Japanese stock market, surged over 4% to a new record high as she becomes the prime minister, because obviously that they know that they're going to get rate cuts and stuff like that. More of a dovish tone. So the yen is, I'm not surprised, the weakest currency today. And AUD, NZD are the stronger currencies because AUD, NZD are more correlated to the gold. And obviously if gold's flying up, AUD is going to fly up, NZD is going to follow that. They are more based on commodities. Okay, so basically we broke structure here. Let's go on the 30-second chart for this. Who's that? And what's that person's stance? Is that person a bear on stance as well, or a bearish market stance, or what? Oof, it's getting warm in here, man. Oh, damn. Okay, so obviously going back to this right here. Lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower high with the higher low that broke structure made a higher high. You could have potentially took a long on the M1 from possibly around here, but I'm glad I wasn't looking because it wasn't clean. It was not clean. And now we're in London Open come, and it would have potentially taken that low anyway. So that would have been a risky trade because London Open is known for taking lows and stuff like that, or mitigating levels. It needs to mitigate a clean level. This wasn't clean. This was not clean. Now we see this was the zone that broke structure and stuff. Now you see this is the cleaner level. And then you could say, okay, perfect. This zone held. So this zone held. I'm glad that zone held. Oof, that's good. Okay, but now we got the issue. No, it's gonna fly through it. It's gonna fly through it. It's gonna fly through it. Damn it. I wanted to be in that trade because I got a feeling it's gonna fly all the way through that level, or it's gonna come up, take this high, or take this high, then do a reversal back down to these lows. God damn it. That's relatively annoying, I can't lie. This is the only valid demand zone I can find to take an entry from, but price can't go too far away. It's meant to just wick that zone and then pull back and then take it. Here is Shinzo's policy. Shinzo Abe's economic policy, known as Abenomics, aimed to end Japanese deflation spiral through aggressive monetary easing and flexible fiscal stimulus. Yeah. Rate cuts, make the low lending rate, let the banks borrow, the businesses borrow the money and start employment and stuff like that. But it's I don't think it's gonna happen. They've been a deflating economy for the last 30-40 years. I don't see it occurring, but anything can happen, bro. But I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Okay, look at pound CHF. That's done a big move. Big move. Wow. Okay, let's get rid of all of this because that's all no longer relevant. You could say this zone here is relevant if you used to say M15, but I think pound's gonna rally all night and day. rally. It's gonna rally all night and day. So we've taken out this level, we're coming up to this level here, so set an alert there. Might get a potential reversal around there. We do have a 15-minute supply zone just above that level. So this supply zone right here. I don't know how valid it's gonna be because I don't like trading these supply zones. But we will see what happens. Oof. Look at it go, man. Okay, we're still in this channel on GJ. So let's see what happens there. God damn it. See how I'm good at calling price, yeah, but it don't want to give me an entry. Let's go back to gold. I want to look at silver, man. Where's the all-time highs? Right there. Oops. We are not far at all, you know, from all-time highs in silver. Like, we are relatively close to all-time highs in silver. We're only 2.5% away. That's very easy to achieve on silver. Very easy to achieve on silver. Gold already rebounded off the 50% Asia fib level. So Asia low to Asia high. Do you mean the 382 level? Where you've also got a key area. Right here. I mean, I would have probably drawn that a bit tighter actually. Yeah, like that. Put the tool there. Chuck it just under the low. That's 40 pips there. Target up to here, 5R. Yeah. That level right there's a 382. That's going all right so far, to be honest. But obviously, if you watch the weekly outlook video, yeah, I literally called gold. Gold's gonna come to 39, or is gonna go all the way past there to 39.50. And you know me, I always say 50 pips give or take, yeah. And it come right up to 39.45. I was like, I am so good at calling price. So good. Guys, if you got any questions, drop it in the chat. Also, don't forget to drop a like and stuff like that. I'd appreciate it. And the Discord is in the chat above as well. So if you want to hop in the Discord, you can do that. You can follow me on X and all that stuff as well. If you just scroll up in the chat, you'll see the links I've tagged anyway. Just for anyone who's slightly new. The weekly and monthly gap on gold are crazy. I think filling them gap would probably signify a bearish market for gold. I can tell you a bearish market before you even need to see that. Bearish market on gold. Wars come to an end. Tariffs have come to stability. Everyone's made deals. The market's accepted all of it probably about 3-4 months after all the stuff's happened. Then the gold's gonna sell off hard. It's gonna probably sell all the way back down to probably around 3,500, maybe 3,000, and then it's gonna sit around that level for like 1 year, 2 years, and gradually go up slowly again, how it did before all the wars and stuff like that in Russia, Ukraine. So pre-COVID, because it's trending bullish, but it's kind of like slowly trending bullish. So I'm expecting gold to go back into that market again. Because right now we're in high concern markets, high uncertainty markets, volatile markets, stability, instability, inconsistency. There's so much going on right now. Also, Bitcoin made a new all-time high, so wait for both of them to be making new all-time highs. Yes and no. Gold is geopolitical. Bitcoin isn't geopolitical. Bitcoin is more related to spare money in the market. It's a risk-on asset. Gold is a risk-off asset. So they're both kind of... So you have a Bitcoin to gold ratio calculator, which tells you the market condition you're in. If gold is outperforming Bitcoin, it means you're in a risk-off market. If you're in a risk-on market, it means Bitcoin is outperforming gold. Right now, gold is outperforming, I think. I think gold is outperforming. This is signaling to me that shorts are still valid on shorts are the way to go on GJ. Now they've had this massive expansion outwards. This looks interesting to me. I mean, I'm not expecting much volume from gold. I think gold's gonna probably just sit in a consolidation now for a while, just because you've had such a volatile opening to the market in Asia. I can't take this long anymore just because price has moved up 16 pips. So remember my data, London open 15 to 20 pip move before reversal occurs. We've just hit that level. I don't like the look of that at all. Euro is just yeah, really bad. 13 pips. Hard to trade this. What about GBPCHF? Even that did a 10 pip move. For GBPCHF to do almost the same pip move as Euro USD is concerning. When we're talking about volume, that's concerning. Yeah. I'm gonna sacrifice gold for CHF just so I can keep an eye on JPY against CHF. Obviously, there's gonna be a big divergence right now.
Bank of Japan Nagoya branch manager says there's no change in wage hike momentum, though many smaller firms are saying they are struggling to earn enough revenues to fund high pay.
Which is expected. But obviously, when you get the stimulus in the market and then start borrowing money from the bank and stuff, then hopefully that's going to give them the economy and the power to start employing more people, to then obviously stimulate the growth of the economy in terms of the employment side of things, which is obviously going to help. More employed people means more money being spent because there's people earning. So this is Frankfurt High right here. So let's kind of just sit here and see what happens. GU is a lot stronger than Euro today. A lot stronger. EU's touched that invalid zone now. This is interesting. What's EU gonna do? Is EU gonna melt from here to the downside and then GU potentially follows, or are we just gonna see a weaker Euro today and then just see a strong pound? I'm not too sure, but it's definitely interesting, man.
At 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we get construction PMIs. French, prior 46.7, Eurozone, prior 46.7, German, prior 46, Italian, prior 47.7. We also expect comments from ECB's de Guindos.
Yeah, pretty much what I said earlier on. Very interesting times we live in. Ugh. Guys, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat for anyone who's new. Whether you want to look at pairs or anything like that, just drop it in the chat.
Japan Business Lobby Chief says, I don't want reference on around 2% inflation targets be removed from the Government Bank Japan Accord. At 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we get construction PMIs. French prior 46.7, Eurozone prior 46.7, German prior 46, Italian prior 47.7. We also expect comments from ECB's De Guindos.
I don't like the look of gbpjpy because it's kind of compressed, man. I don't like when it's compressed price action, if that makes sense. It's not ideal. Pound looking really good today, I can't lie. Pound is looking really good. I think it's strengthening in front of the speech, but we got Laudiger's speech as well. But yeah, man, it's really strengthening on the back of this. The shutdown could last about 14 days from what I've been reading on news. The shutdown could last as long as 14 days. That's what the expectation is at the moment. So US still has failed to pass the spending bill, so the shutdown is extended this week. Most read folder news events and tentative now. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that on it was like that on Thursday or Friday last week, right at the end of the week, because I was keeping an eye on it and I noticed that as well. So I was like, concerning. We might have a new potential demand zone. Yeah, and a lot of traders are failing because they can't handle these market conditions. But I was saying this to one of my friends. I was talking about this has been a hard year for trading, but I'm proud because I managed to get funded in this year. I'm proud because I chose the hardest year to start trading. I haven't blown a single account in a prop firm or anything like that. I managed to get funded in these times of uncertainty in very difficult markets. Because I know traders who've been trading for 7, 8, 9 years, and even they've all said a lot of them are hovering around break even or just in profit because it's been a difficult market. And we're talking experienced pro traders who've been profitable for 4, 5, 6 years and they're in the social media space, because I'm friends with a few of them. And all of them have said that it's been a difficult market. So what I want to say is, if you survived in this market, you deserve 150 points because you're doing fantastic. Really, pat your back. 1 minute remaining. You deserve it, because if you manage to hold strong in these conditions, you're doing brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In case broke structure there now. There is the M1 zone, but it's so far up. I don't like when it has such a big move to the upside.
$46.46. French construction PMI 42.9, 42.9. German 46.2, 46.2. Italian 49.8, 49.8.
Well, hello everybody, this is Donald J. Trump. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
Yeah, see, look how that's coming up now. We've had a break test of that trend line pretty much. We're coming deeper into this invalid zone on EU. I like the look of that. That we're coming deeper into that zone. GU's kind of gone. It did just about tag that zone. Oh yeah, it did just tag it, but as I said, I don't like, because I play with statistics. Yes, I play with averages. That's how my strategy works. It works on averages. It doesn't work on the one time GU does this abnormal move. It doesn't work on that. It works on statistics and data and averages, right? So when GU is moving abnormally, I'm not keen on taking that trade, because I don't trade abnormalities. There's not enough data for that. So yeah, because that is valid by normal means. This trade is completely valid, but I don't like the look of it. I'd be more confident in this trade here, because we've got a massive gap above it and stuff like that. So I'd be far more confident in this long here. But even at this level, as I said, you got all of this room right here that price could take this low, come fill all of this in, and then just take it from here, which is where I wanted to take the initial trade from anyway, but doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, unfortunately. But if we get swerved, it is what it is. You just have to accept the market does what it does, and you just have to accept it. It's as simple as that. You can't get angry when these things happen, because it's not your fault. It's the market doing what it does. It's as simple as that. Hey D, karibu ndugu. Mambo vipi? Mambo freshy, that's good. That's good. Markets are volatile. If you've seen the news on the yen, yen's doing some big moves. Okay, so we've had a bullish channel there, broke structure there within London Open. It looks like buyers are in this market. Obviously, you've had a build-up expansion outwards, kind of, I suppose. You could say that. You had an expansion outwards. You took out these lows right here, I suppose, and now we're getting bullish momentum to target these highs. Yeah, possible. Yeah, that does make sense. That does make sense that this is the invalid zone, the top of a channel. That does make complete sense, actually. But I wanted to see this sweep and then start to push down, but it hasn't done that, so I'm being flexible on my view on the market. Get rid of that. I would say that zone looks like a nice zone to buy from, but I don't like the look of this zone either. I really don't like the look of this zone either. Yeah, that's good. Miko was bearish on it. I was like, bro, I'm not. I'm still bullish on it because they might want to do another attempt. And then obviously we had the news of Sanae-san, the new prime minister, who's more stimulant heavy, which is obviously going to be good for the rate cut scenario. Hence why the stock market, the Nikkei rallied, I think like 4%. The Nikkei is the Japanese stock market, so obviously it makes sense. If you're going to get someone who's more dovish on rate cuts and stuff like that, then naturally they're going to stimulate the economy. The economy is going to like the look of that. It's going to probably fly off of the back of that, and obviously that's kind of what occurred. So makes sense. Makes complete sense.
Windows says consumption has grown less than expected.
But yeah,
ECB's
if you had a
Windows
long on
services
GJ
inflation
since
has
then,
significantly
D, you're
moderated.
laughing, bro. That's a bloody brilliant trade. Absolutely magnificent trade. 10 points to you, my bro.
And ECB's de Guindos says risks for the inflation outlook are balanced.
Okay, so it did take out that low. It did take out that low, which is why I didn't want to take it. I wasn't confident in that. Didn't feel like a good trade.
ECB's de Guindos says our projections are materializing.
That invalid zone's gonna fail on EU. The issue we've got is we've got another one right after it, so that's kind of another problem. Oh, Francis, I missed out on an absolute bargain, bro. I seen a brand new, reconditioned 7900 XTX, yeah, AMD. It was up for 650, and I managed to get it, yeah, for a fair bit less than, get a discount on it, a fair bit less than that, and then it sold out. Like, it sold before I could buy it. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And sold out really quick, man. Really good graphics card as well. Really good graphics card. Hello. That's a speech. That's the speech. Our projections are materializing. Or no, something's happened. No, something's definitely happened. 1 second. Where did that move come from? Where did that move come from? Because that was a big move. Big move. Big move. Bloody hell, normally London's the safe session to trade, but at this rate it's not.
New French PM Le Cornu has presented his resignation to Macron.
Is that why? That makes sense about the yen and the euro. That makes sense about the euro and the yen. Pound's gonna follow it anyway. Obviously, if the euro weakens, is 63% of the DXY. That could be the reason. That is a valid. Oh my god, look at euro. Oh my god, look at euro. Ay Dios mío, por favor. Sube. Yeah, new French Prime Minister Le Cornu has presented his resignation to Macron. What? That's mad. So the new French Prime Minister has presented his resignation. What the hell? That's sus. That is so sus. That is so sus, bro. Telling me about market manipulation and stuff like that. Yo, this market's on a mad one. I don't care what anyone says. This market is on a mad one. Oof. That's bad. That's bad. Oh dear. This is moving all the markets, man. Yeah, that's moving all the markets. Yeah, that's why it dropped. Yeah. Basically, so I was just looking at the news in it. I've just looked back at the chat now. So yeah, that's basically what happened. So obviously that's suspicious. Yeah, that's why it dropped exactly. It means the euro could be aiming at 165, 158. Yeah, it is a lot of debt, but I think Macron's better. I think Macron's a lot more capable. What's this? Oh, the graphics card. I'm literally just gonna start buying parts and stuff. I'm gonna buy my case, my motherboard, my AIO power supply, and then basically everything. And the last two things I'm gonna get is gonna be the graphics card and the CPU, and the RAM. Actually, I can get the RAM early as well. Actually, it's fine. I might be able to have enough money for the RAM. I kind of wanted to wait and use the payout money, but I'm just gonna start slowly gathering the stuff now. Yeah, that's pretty much why it dropped. I don't know if we're gonna get 165 to 158. I think 165, yeah, because it comes into this demand zone on the M15. So it does come into a demand zone. And would you believe that I was right that this zone was due for failure? That's interesting. And now we've got a massive gap on the upside. We've taken out the weekly low. Oh, This is the weekly low, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Wait a second. Yeah, that's the weekly low. Oh. One moment. Please, one moment. Maybe there is a Z trade now for the buys. One moment. I mean, we took that level by about 20 pips and we're coming further down. So that's fine. Still a massive move. That's still a massive move. One minute. I like the look of this level instead. Then get rid of
4 a.m.
all of
Eastern time, we
this.
expect comments from ECB's lane.
Keep that. Go M5. Basically, probably even M15 on this. Yep, M15 on this zone here. Okay, it's coming down a bit more. You got a demand zone right underneath it. I like the look of this. EU might be shaped up for a lovely reversal. Might be, obviously, it might not. It could do anything it wants to do. But it looks like it might shape up for a lovely reversal. I hope it does. That'd be nice.
And according to LSE, Macron has accepted the resignation of PM Le Cornu.
Of course he's gonna accept it. Look how this. Oh, he's accepted it. Nah, bro, I don't want to be prime minister. You be prime minister. Nah, I don't want it. Of course he's gonna accept it. I think that's kind of obvious. If you didn't want to be prime minister, then yeah, sure. But obviously Macron does. He's very much like, I want to be prime minister. Not in that accent, obviously. So this is interesting indeed. Pounds obviously dropped all the way back down, but the divergence between euro pound is huge right now. Let's look at euro GBP, because I bet that's like flew through the roof. Let's have a look here. 1.3. What? I think the computer's freaking out because 13448. Why would... Yeah, that's freaking out. I don't know why. Okay, so let's go back to the currencies. VIX is up 1%. Indices. Silver's up 1.5%. Gold is up 1.4%. Back up to 39.40. Oil's up, Bitcoin's up 0.5, USD JPY is up 1.8%, CHF JPY is up 1.4, AD JPY is up 1.87, Euro JPY 1.14, and then obviously Euro GBP is down 0.35, so obviously that makes sense. That does make complete sense. I just want to do a quick overview of that. Oh, wrong one, there you go. So now for me, I'm stuck between that bit of news not giving direction on these pairs. I'm only confident in euro longs at the moment. Once I get confirmation of like an entry, of course. Until then, I'm still waiting. Also, that's not the weekly low anymore. That's just a normal low. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now anyway.
At 4 a.m. Eastern time, we expect comments from ECB's Lane.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to get the comments from Lane. So yeah, I just want to keep an eye on this. Probably going M1. Just keep an eye on this here. See if you get any reversals occurring anytime soon. We did just take out that demand zone there, so that's interesting. Let's look at gold really quick because I want to see how gold reacted to that. What time was it? It was here, wasn't it? I don't think gold would react so much. Oh god, what happened there? I don't think gold would react so much to that. Yeah, it's a bit of a move in it, so it is only a 40 pip move, so a bit big but not really a lot. That's okay. That's fine on gold, no issue there. Go back to gbpchf. Now we're in that supply zone. We've took out some lows prior to going into that supply zone, so let's see what happens here. Blah. Woo. Sound like a bird. Markets are a bit tricky, aren't they, man?
yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because it's made out to be a lot more complicated than it needs to be. But yeah, let's talk about this trade. So I like the fact that I went in for a buy and didn't go against the 4-hour bias. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through market structure. Like, if you're in an uptrend, you'll create your main buy highs and buy lows, like full stop. That's just the movement of market structure in an uptrend. So
Japan's Aramura is to become LDP General Council Chair.
there's a higher high, there's
We just tagged that demand zone now.
Shortly expecting comments from ECB's lane.
I find it funny in the social media space, yeah. You could be a not good trader, but be a woman and get like loads of followers, yeah. Or you could be a not good trader, be an attractive woman and get millions of followers. It's so bad, you know, how thirsty men are. It makes me laugh so much.
ECB's lane says shifts in the risk distribution will also matter for our rate decisions. And it makes sense to follow a data-dependent approach. And while recent trade agreements have reduced uncertainty somewhat, the overall impact of the change in the global policy environment will only become clear over time.
Okay, gbpchf is doing something interesting.
ECB's lane says a persistent movement in the euro on average has a multi-year impact on economic activity and inflation.
Get rid of that because I couldn't catch into any of these. Get rid of that, clean the chart up. We had this initial move here, which so far is the main move. The buys. We did come up and take or fill in the gap a bit, and then we had a massive sell-off there, but that was mainly due to news. So I'm still not sure on what the hell to do with the euro pound USD, sorry. Still kind of stuck on that one, I'll be honest. I'm happy to just sit and wait. If I don't get a clean trade, I'm happy to just sit and wait, because I know the trades I take, they're higher probability, and you don't get them often. Like between all the 4 different entry models and criterias, I think you can probably get about 4 to 6 trades a month. Bear in mind, out of those 4 to 6 trades, you might miss entries, you might be late and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one. So it's just a case of trying to catch those specific 4 or 5 trades that I need. They're the ones I want. I'm just gonna have to look at some graphics cards whilst I'm waiting, see if I can find any deals. One second. I've got 2 monitors. My computer layout's perfect. The layout's amazing, to be honest. I just want to get a really good computer, that's all, so I can start streaming on like 4 or 5 different platforms at once, like TikTok, Twitch, Discord. Well, not Discord, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. That's it really. X, so I can start streaming on all the platforms. And this and that's quite heavy usage, considering I'll trade 10 accounts as well, and I use a trade copier, so I need a really good computer. So yeah, but I'm gonna build it to spec and kick. I don't know, what do you mean kick? Just the main streaming platforms basically. So they're the ones I want to stream to. And I'm building the computer pretty much to be heavy gaming based, even though I'm not a gamer and I've never really gamed, but I'm just overbuilding it because GTA is coming out soon and everyone raves about it. I've played GTA once or twice, it's okay, so I might as well just build it good enough to handle GTA. So yeah, but I'm not really a gamer, so yeah.
According to Kyoto, Japan and US arranging Trump PM summit for October 28th.
Okay. Yeah. GTA while live trading, that'd be funny. that'd be hilarious. Now I'm looking at it, you had a build up of a channel. London's took that whole level and has pushed down. I don't think we've took this level out, have we? No, we haven't, but we're about to. Yeah, shorts look like the play today, to be honest, from the looks of things. But obviously price action isn't so clean. There's, yeah, there goes, took out that level. I wanted GJ longs, didn't happen. I wanted GJ shorts, that didn't really happen either. So yeah, welcome to trading. Welcome to trading. Gold is up and away. Rejecting right at the 50 level. 49.50. Literally coming right off of that level. Magnificent. Magnificent. You can't tell me psychological levels are not valid on gold. Like, you just can't. There you go, you're taking Frankfurt low now. Right, let's start looking at some GPUs anyway. I already know the case I want. Where's eBay? I'm gonna do newest listing, so newly listed, and then I'll drop the price because I don't want it to be a stupid expensive one. I'll do like under 80 quid. Yeah, I'll do like under 80. Oh, I want a white case. White and don't care about brand, don't care about that. Max, say 85 max. From newly listed on Corsair, ICU, RGB tempered glass. I want one with like 5 or 6 fans, so it's heavy cooling, because the live streams can heat up the CPU. Pre-installed 4 RGB fans, tempered glass, that's not bad. Cougar Uniface mid-tier 4 RGB fans, white case, that looks nice. Six RGB fans. But I don't like the look of that. It's got it's tempered glass, but the glass is black and the housing's white. That looks disgusting. I don't like that. Nope. This one's nice though. Oh, it's even got a thingy on the back of it for all the fans, the RGB fans, the board, the fan board. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. How many fans? 4 RGB. Oh, they pulse width fans. 8 RGB fans, 4 of them. This looks like a nice case actually. How much is it? 47. That's not add to basket. That's not bad. That's not a bad case actually. Got good ventilation and stuff. Got good level amount of fans. Okay, so let's come back to the charts. GU's falling now. No surprise there. Okay, so if I wanted shorts, did I miss shorts on gbpchf? God damn it, man. Yeah, but I couldn't have taken it because he tagged into a demand zone right here anyway. We could have shorted from here, so that's still not valid. Regardless, that's still not valid. I'm going M5 on this because I don't need to sit in M2. Yeah, build up, sweep, push to the downside in it. I just needed to. I drew that because I thought price might want to take that level out and then push down, but obviously it didn't. And I did want shorts because I did say you got to build up here. You got expansion as you can target this low, but then the news happened and then it dropped. And obviously, as you guys know, I can't take a trade if it's tagged into this invalid zone. I need to see failure of that zone for price to retrace into a supply zone to then short. So unfortunately, it hasn't given me that yet, which is fine. That's okay. 517, set an alert there. This we can get rid of. We can get rid of that. I'm just gonna mark this out as a channel. There we go. And then GU. I'm still a bit sketchy on GU, I can't lie. I want to take longs on EU. I want to, but it doesn't look good. But it's still a seller's market. It's still a seller's market. Like all the momentum is still to the downside. I've not seen any reversal yet. GU's kind of showing that. Look, I mean, just look at GU go. Yeah. Here's a demand zone on the M15. It is one that led to internal higher highs, internal higher lows, internal higher highs, this zone. So we might even get GU coming into this zone here, and then possibly giving a move. Yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. So I'm going to set an alert there just in case it is the case where, case of cases, Casey case, price tags into this level and then potentially we get a reversal. Maybe. I prefer the look of that. It makes a little bit more sense to me. But I don't see us coming all the way up by 80 pips now. I think that's gonna go over to Tuesday. Tuesday, innit? Tuesday. So yeah. If we're gonna continue bearish, then naturally this zone is gonna hold precedence. So let's see how price action comes into this level. And obviously we've got invalid zones to attack, so that's okay. Like example, this zone right here is a 15-minute zone probably, and this zone right here, we could target them after we've come down and taken those lows and tagged into that demand zone. Then the possibility is there. On euro, I'm still waiting for some confidence in longs. I'm not willing to hop straight in there because I don't feel confident in it. I really don't. I'm just obviously drawing some stuff out for tomorrow because I think, as you guys can
4:30
tell,
a.m. Eastern Time, we get Eurozone Centix Investor Confidence Index forecast -7.7 on the prior -9.2, and UK Construction PMI forecast 46 on the prior 45.5.
could bring that all the way over to Tuesday because I think that's gonna fail. Let's look at CHF. It's good having the TradingView Premium because you can just split screen and keep an eye on the lower time frames and then go on the higher time frames and do whatever analysis you want to do. So cool, man. So cool. Tuesday there, that's fine. Odds are if we go to M15, we're gonna probably say that this low here is gonna go to Tuesday at 1/4 there. That's gonna be the level of internal right there, and then GJ. I don't even know about yen. Yen is gonna be a madders one. I think that the yen, if we're gonna go on M15, I can't really say anything on that as of yet. And that's the M15 zone. This is the M15 zone. 5 minutes. Go to 2, maybe 1 minute. Be a bit better. Yeah. Look at that. Still making lower highs and lower lows into this demand zone, which makes me think that it might fail. And if G is going to come down and tag into the demand zone on GU, then naturally that should expect the failure of EU, unless EU starts to hold its level and then GU continues to push down. Either way, we got we know what we're doing. Okay, perfect. GBPCHF broke that level. If I wanted to short, this is the level to short from. Issue is you got a gap there, we got a gap there on the 2 minute time frame. On the 1 minute gap there, tiny bit of a gap there. We do have a gap here as well. Think Bash, think. What do you want to... Oh god damn it, why is that always a demand zone? Why is that always a demand zone? Why is that always... I wanted to take that short. I was really considering it. Hiya. Patience and perseverance, man. Patience and perseverance. Welcome to trading. I think my 21 days are close on the account as well. 19, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 7, 14, 21. Okay, so I can request a payout after the 10th of October for that 100k account. So it'd be nice if I could catch a trade this week and hit a TP so I can request the payout on the 21st. That'd be nice. Okay, price is coming to that level. I'm expecting that level to fail because you've tagged this demand zone right here. Because you've tagged this zone, I'm expecting that obviously this zone might fail. I'm expecting that zone to fail. Euro still a bit hit and miss. No clarity on that as of yet. Still pushing to the downside. It's following order flow, kind of like break structure, tag into supply, break structure, tag into supply. But that's what I'm saying. Like now we're in this demand zone. Are we going to see that shift on the long side? Possibly. I don't really know. I have to sit and be reactive on this. So yeah. Damn it. Let's see what it does in it. 930 is around the corner. It'd be good to see 930 on GJ come down, take the low, then give confirmation for longs. That would be ideal. GU tag into that demand zone, give confirmation. EU come take that demand zone out, and there's obviously something below there, weekly level, something I don't really know. Weekly level, perfect. Come down, take this level out, weekly low, and then push up from there. That looks like a good trade. That looks like a lovely trade, actually. That does look very, very valid. Yeah, it does. Look at that weekly candle. So it's gonna come take this low, and then hopefully give a tiny bit of a reaction. So I do like the look of that. But obviously you need to wait and see what actually happens, not get ahead of ourselves. Normally these zones are due for failure, because if you got a weekly level below it, it is a possibility they might fail. So this could quite easily turn into a 1 hour supply demand zone into a 1 hour invalid zone, because you got a weekly low at the bottom of it. Does that make sense? And normally those levels, price wants to take that zone entirely to then give a reversal. So now that I'm thinking about it, that might not be a good zone to take a trade from. It's not high probability, that's for sure. That's what I'm trying to look at, validity, like how valid is it and stuff like that.
One minute remaining. I'll lead with Eurozone Centix Investor Confidence Index.
This is getting interesting, isn't it? Because if you look at the M1, yeah, obviously low high over here, lower low, lower high, led to a lower low, led to a lower high, led to a high low, because it broke structure there, broke structure there. But you've got all of these levels here, which to me it just looks like, that just looks like a nice little channel. They can come up and just short further down. You see what I'm thinking?
-5.4, -5.4. Higher than forecast, -7.7. UK construction PMI 46.2, 46.2. Higher than forecast, 46.
Eurozone construction in the UK is good. Eurozone sentiment not so bad. You got Eurozone retail sales year on year, month on month. That's gonna be interesting. That's at 10 o'clock, so 30 minutes time. Oh, this case looks lovely. It's got a hinged glass panel. Ooh. Oh, it's got no RGB fans. Oh, I wanted RGB. RGB is cool. Let's keep looking for a case. Let's keep looking for a case. Montec XR mid-tier, that's a good case, man. It just don't have enough fans. If the Montec XR had 5 fans, maybe 6, I'd 100% took that case. But it doesn't have enough fans. Lee and Lee, Landcool, nah. Oh, I really like this. Antec CX80 ATX mid-tier case with 3 RGB fans, glass front and side, but it's a huge case. Oh, that looks nice. Why don't you have more fans, bro? If you had 6 fans, I would have literally bought that, because that is so nice. It's a really big case as well, really wide, really big, enough room for a GPU, loads of room there. Loads of fans can be stuck in there, nice cooling and stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. GBPCHF looks like it's gonna fail on that zone. 932. There might be a trade here. I should focus a bit. 1 second. Let me get rid of these bloody. Get off eBay. Right. Okay. Off eBay. It's took all them levels out. Almost. What about GU? Price comes back to this level here, there's a potential long on GU. Failure of that zone, 35 pips is sit right on that supply zone. That's worth taking. Is price gonna pull back in though? Is it gonna let us try and get into that? I don't think so. I've listed a call for sale and I swear to you, some people are so stupid. Oh my god. GBPCHF is reacting off at that level nicely. GBPJPY hasn't really done much yet. At 930, there's no significant move or anything. We are making lower highs and lower lows into this zone here, but we just broke structure there, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Bloody hell, man. These markets. Trump, sort yourself out, bro. Fix these markets. I just want a couple TPs, please. So funny thing on this zone, it did end up holding this 1 hour zone. So that was interesting that that actually did hold. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But it didn't give any pullback into the zone or anything like that. And if it did, it would have probably tagged an invalid zone and then just continued to the downside. So bloody annoying. Obviously on this here, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Broke structure here, higher high, no retracement back into any zone. Yeah, not surprised. And the thing is, like, when price has such a big move away, like price is like 12, 13, 14 pips away from this zone, I don't think it's gonna come 13, 14 pips away just to trigger an entry to the fly up. I don't believe it. I think it's gonna take that level out completely. For the downside for EU and G, I reckon, I think there's a possibility of that also. I'm looking at, so you know when you trade M1, yeah, CS, you have to look at buys and sells at the same time and be flexible. You can't be like, I want buys only. You have to be like, there's buys, there's sells. Whichever happens, whichever one's valid, I've got to stick with that. Because M1, you can change buys so quickly, bro, so quickly. Most people can't do that where they're able to switch biases. They can only stick to buys or stick to shorts, and they're adamant on it. They can't like switch or change their mind so quickly. But with M1, you have to be able to do that because you need to be able to read price action, see where price action's going, see where it's telling you where it's gonna go, and what zones validate that and which ones invalidate that. So you need to be really good at differentiating those trades on M1 because it's so fast paced and it moves so quickly. A lot of people can't do that, which is why what I do is I look at longs and shorts on it so I can see both sides of the market. Yeah, you need a high level of focus and high level of patience, high level of discipline. You need to be able to change your bias really quickly, change your bias. You need to like be like, I'm gonna take that trade right away. Everything's really quickly. You don't have a chance to should I take that trade? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure. No, you ain't got time. You're gonna take it, yes or no? Simple as that. Like, you gotta be so quick on it. Yeah, for me, I class this as trading because trading's supposed to be difficult. It's not supposed to be easy. For when people trade like 15-minute, 4-hour daily, bro, I can do that in my sleep. I can literally sit in my sleep, yeah, and slap my foot on my phone and boom, I caught a 4-hour TP. No problem. Honestly, like I keep saying it, bro, 4-hour, 1 hour, 30-minute daily time frame. It's so easy that I don't even like class it as like trading, in the sense that there's no difficulty. It's so easy. But there's a lot of sitting on your hands and stuff like that and waiting, and like I can probably take like 4 or 5 trades a day, but the win rate's gonna be low. The risk reward might be skewed as well. So it's kind of like, I just want the best trades, bro, just the best ones, because I'm happy to sit here every day, which you guys see me on the live stream, sit here every day and just not take a trade. I'm happy with that. I've got no problem with it at all. And then when I do take a trade, you see me catch 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 or so. Patience, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, patience is good. It keeps breaking structure to the high side, but not really giving it entry anywhere. So that's fine. Also, it's just making a little channel. So that's interesting. What's gold doing? It rejected. Gold rejected at 49.7. Oh my god. Oh my god. But I'm telling you, trading it's once you understand it's not hard. It's so easy once you understand, like so easy, bro. I can't stress it enough. This is silver. I'll go on M15 so you can have a look. So there's M15 on silver, making lovely lower, higher highs and higher lows. Kind of like a nice little channel going on, actually. Yeah, nice little channel going on. I'd love for a pullback and then long all the way up to that new all-time high. That'd be brilliant. Silver holding well. Yeah, it is. Silver's doing brilliant, man. Look at that. Brilliant. Brilliant trade. Go on the 1 hour. Fantastic trade, bro. Go on the 4 hour. Since January, bro, like April killed it. Like it's been fly. You know, since April, yeah, on silver, we're up 73.5%. Yeah, since April, 73.5%. 73.5%, and gold's only up 34%. Do you see why I like silver so much? If you traded silver, you'd have double the profit than what you would on gold. Literally double. Double gold. Double and about double plus 20%. Like this is why silver is so underrated. A lot of people don't trade silver because they don't understand it. But I'm telling you, silver is a G, absolute G, if you know how to trade it. It moves very similar to gold. But brilliant pair, man. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And let's go to CHF. Silver's fantastic, bro, honestly. People just look at what everyone else focuses on, but when you look at successful traders, they don't look at other people, they look at their own thing. So for me, it's like, don't look what everyone else does, because everyone's trading gold doesn't mean you should trade gold. I used to trade gold, but now I'm way more happy with silver. Silver's really good, man. I don't really trade it though, because obviously it's hard to trade 4 pairs. And normally I have these 4 because they're all interlinked with each other. So I can't really swap any of these pairs out. But if I was to pick between gold, silver and oil, 150% silver is the best. 150%. This year anyway. And the last year. No, last year wasn't so good. This year's silver's been, oh my god, magnificent. Hey Yusuf, Assalamu alaikum. I've been calling buys, I've been calling shorts, Yusuf, but price hasn't tagged me in. It's not gave entries or it's gave invalidations. Usual stuff, my bro. So GJ's moved 62 pips in an hour and 45. That's good volume. That is good volume, but it's just not given entry. GBPCHF has moved 23 pips in the span of hour and 45. That's okay volume. The market's 50-50, bro. You had some interesting news on the euro. The new prime minister resigned straight away, which is interesting. And then gave it back to Macron. So obviously we had a huge drop there. So we've done a 60 pip move on euro in the span of an hour and 40 minutes. 50. That's good volume, but obviously there was no clean trade there because the news came in. And then the market dropped and is recovering, but it's not giving me a clean entry for recovery. Pound USD. Alhamdulillah, my weekend was good, my bro.
French
my weekend was
national rallies
chilling.
at Le Pen calls on Macron to dissolve National Assembly.
And then on GU, we dropped 46 pips in the span of an hour and 48. So we got volume. Volume isn't a problem because you've got news and stuff like that. But the price action, it's not so good. The volume's there, but the price action isn't. Yusuf. Gold, obviously, looking really good. I've been calling these levels. If you looked at my weekly live stream I did on Sunday, the live stream for the weekly outlook, I called out 39 and 39.50 perfectly, to be fair, as profit taking levels. So you could have like been risky, opened in Asia, capped out right here at 94.5, which I did call. I did call that level. Wait for a pullback, and then if you want to be risky, hold it to pretty much 95. So the levels have been working really good there. Silver has been absolutely magnificent. We were just talking about that, Yusuf. Silver for me has been one of the best pairs this whole year. Silver has been one of probably the most underrated pairs, and we're right near all-time highs. We're literally right near all-time highs. We're about 2.3% away, which is easily, that's about a week, 4 days. Obviously, if we don't get like 2-3% days, if we still keep getting 1.75% days, if we still keep getting
At 5
days
a.m.
like
Eastern
this,
time, get Eurozone retail
3.7%,
year-on-year forecast
we could quite
1.3%
easily
on the
hit all-time
prime,
highs
2.2%
in a day or two.
month on month. Forecast
So-
0.1% on the prime and 0.5%.
I would love a pullback on silver to this level here. So something around 48.47, 48.4, 48.2, 48.3. I'd love price to pull back into this level, and then I would, if I didn't have proper accounts and I had my own personal, I would swing that to all-time high. I would 150% swing that to all-time high. 150 million %. Take it from the 50%, cover the low, target all-time high, 12R done. Easy. Absolute easy, bro. And then if you were to take it from like the 50% of this level, cover this low here, then you're getting 40R, probably 35. Yeah, 36, 35R, because you're catching a tighter gap. Or you could just be safe and just chuck it in the middle of this level here, or just cover these lows. And even still, that's a 5R, that's 5.7R. So you got a nice little trade potentially there. As I said, if I didn't trade M1, I wouldn't mind trading these bigger moves. I wouldn't mind trading these bigger moves and swing trading and stuff, but I can't handle more than 4 pairs on M1. I literally can't do it. I try my best, but I can't. I know I can't. Great weekend, was doing homework on the trades. I have to confirm what I need for this week. That's good, man. That's really good. I'm seeing GT in the chat. Bashy, do you game? Lol. Just a joke, playing GTA while trading. Nah, so basically I'm gonna build my computer for trading, because this computer I bought just for now, but now that I'm starting to do live streams and stuff, this computer struggles. So I want to build an absolute boss tank tier computer, and I'm gonna build it to like gaming specs. I don't game, by the way. I don't really game at all or anything like that. And then I mentioned that GTA is coming out, so I might build it for trading, so like a heavily tanky computer, and then it's going to be good enough to run the brand new GTA. The graphics card, the CPU, the RAM, the case, the fans, everything. Because when I build something, I like to overbuild it. So if I'm going to build something, I want it to run at 60%, 70% maximum. So I'm always overbuilding. Whether if it's the cars, like when I do racing at drag strip and stuff like that, I overbuild my car, so my engine's rated to 1000 horsepower. I'll probably cap it at 600-700, maybe 800 horsepower, so the engine's reliable. If I'm going to build a 1000 horsepower engine, I want to cap it to about, I want to build the engine for about 1300-1400, so you got leeway. It allows you to run more power and stuff like that, whilst not restraining anything. You know, everything is kind of safe. Yeah, exactly. So the graphics card and stuff that I'm looking to get is like top 5 in the world. Top 5 graphics cards. I'm looking at literally the top 5, but the most cost efficient. So I'm looking at like 3rd and 4th, which are the most cost efficient. The CPU, I'm going for Intel's best. The reason I chose Intel, not AMD, is because it's for trading, remember. It's not a gaming computer, but it's going to have gaming specs. But the Intel processor is far better than AMD for general computing use. And they can still run like games and stuff like that. Can still run GTA. What's the other games that people play? Fortnite, CS2, Doom, all that stuff. Cyberpunk. It can still run all of those games. No problem at all. Because they're GPU heavy, not CPU heavy. And the GPU I'm going to get is an absolute tank. Because as I said, it's top 5 in the world. I'm looking at those GPUs. Yeah. For me, when I trade from my desk at home. I don't do, oh yeah, trading on the go, bro. It's M1, man. How are you going to trade M1 on the go? 4 hours, sure. Daily, sure. But M1, M15, 1 hour, you can't trade mobile. You have to be at the desk. You have to be in a proper setup. There you go, that zone failed. So on this one, I would have wanted break even after this level here. So I would have taken a loss on this if I took it. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm happy I didn't. I followed the plan. Beautiful, good stuff. Like it, love it. Très magnifique. GU's come, tagged into that zone, giving a reaction. EU. Hiya, man. Hiya. So yeah, and obviously GTA is coming out, so everyone's talking about like it's going to be really heavy on graphics and stuff like that. So I'm building a boss mode computer where it can handle all of it, and I might even just start live streaming me playing GTA, and everyone can laugh because I never really play it. So yeah, just lazying around. Yeah, that's okay, man. Yeah, so I've got premium, hence why I've got the 4-screen split and the 5-screen split and stuff like that. You're best off buying TradingView Premium on Black Friday because it's a 70% discount and you get a free month included. That's when I bought mine, and I'm going to renew it again in Black Friday. But don't buy it with the other offers because the other offers aren't that good. It is a one-time payment. I think it was like $220. $240. Boss level challenge, bro. How can I play? You said just trading M1 is hard. Yeah, you want to play GTA and trade M1. If it's M15, maybe not. Yeah, maybe that's not so bad. But I don't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that, bro, because it keep me like focused in it. Black Friday. I can wait then. Yeah, just hold on till then and then get the deal there. Also, do any of you guys have your own personal account? Drop it in the chat if you have a personal account. And is it with MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5? I've got something that you guys can use and you're going to be so excited. Because it's actually really good. But I can't use it because my trading account is CTrader, so it's so annoying. If you have a personal account with MetaTrader, basically. Basically, yeah, I know a trading journal. It's a really good, bro. Win rate, everything, all that stuff, completely for free. Completely for free. But the caveat is it only works with brokers who have MT5 or MT4. Hence why I said I'm sad that I can't use it because I use IC markets and I use their raw spread demo, which is only on CTrader that has TradingView integration. Because I trade on TradingView. Now, when I get my personal account, I'm gonna check if the personal account demo raw spreads TradingView has MT5 option. If it does, I'm gonna go straight to them, completely free, bro. Completely free trading journal, free, completely, bro. And it gives you win rate, journal, everything. Like people are paying $400-500 for that Trade Zeller. This is for free, completely. It's brilliant, man. It doesn't work with prop firms, it only works with brokers.
Spot 3%, month on month, 0.1%, 0.1% as expected.
This is the retail sales, I think, for... Ooh, retail sales come out bad. Eurozone year-on-year retail sales 1.3 forecast come out at 1. That's not good. Retail sales month-on-month 0.01 forecast come out as forecast. So bad news really for the euro. Bad news for the euro. Let's keep looking at cases anyway. I want a case with like 6 fans, bro. At least like 4 to 6. 6 is my preference. The case is going to be fully RGB, glass panels, all the cool stuff is going to look really nice. The case is. What about the Montec King? I like the Montec King. That's a nice case. King Pro. I'm kind of being cheap on the case because I don't need an expensive case. I'd rather save the money on the GPU and CPU. The RAM's okay. I've got the RAM I've got in mind is perfect. I'm gonna live stream me building on YouTube as well. That's gonna be cool. Building my trading computer that can boss gaming also. That's bad, bro. Looking at PC cases. Yeah, I'm going for AMD. Nvidia's cases are too expensive. GPUs are too expensive. The GPU I want is a AMD Radeon 7900 XTX. It's a really good GPU, 16 gig VRAM. The only problem is the ray tracing is the 3rd gen ray tracing, but that GPU absolutely destroys the Nvidia RTX 5070, destroys it. It's slightly better than the R5070 Ti. And then after that, you got the 5080 and the 5090. 5090 is about £2,000, $2,500. I'm not getting that. It's not worth it. The 5080 is about £1,000, like 800 to 1,000. Not really worth it. Whereas the RX 7900 XTX is about £550-600, and it literally is just under the 5080. So it's half the price almost, and it gives you almost 5080 level graphics. But now Nvidia is gonna release the 5070 Super, 5070 Ti Super. So now the 5070 and the 5070 Ti become cheap. Literally, they've dropped like $150-200 in value the last month. So I might get the retasterization is really good on it as well. It's got better retasterization than the 5070 and the 5070 Ti. The AMD Radeon, the 7900 XT. And that was made in 2022. And it's got a better retasterization than this 5070 Ti. I was like, whoa, that is it's one of the best AMDs. I think it is AMD's best GPU right now. I think it is their best. They just made the RX 9070 XT, which is a new version. That came out last year, I think, or this year. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the 7900, but it's got newer ray tracing and stuff like that. The retasterization still isn't as good, but that's why I want the AMD one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's okay, but the 7900 is far better, Yusuf, and they're the same price. The 9070 and the 7900 are very similar price, but the 7900 is far better GPU. It's their best GPU. It's literally their best. The only benefit you have on the 9070 is it's new and it has FPS 4, which is their new ray tracing. That's it. The retasterization is better on the 7900. It's got better, what was it? It's got 2-3 more better specs. But I don't mind buying this 9070 XT. If I get the 9070 XT on a bargain deal, I'll buy it. If I get the 7900 on a bargain deal, I'll buy it. If I get the 5070 and the 5070 Ti on a bargain deal, I'll buy it. All those four I'm happy with, but my favorite is the 7900 XTX. That's my favorite. The specs are diabolical on it. It's really good GPU. Really good GPU. But for aesthetics, I want the 7900 XTX AS Rock Steel Legend. Oh my god, that GPU is sexy. It's a beautiful GPU, bro. It's white, yeah, with the metal side casing, and the fans light up green and blue. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. And because I'm gonna have it in my case with a glass panel and then all the RGB fans and the CPU RGB cooler, oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. This year when it comes to gaming, I like the performance comparative to the 5070 is overrated, the 5080 is overrated. I would rather have the 5070 or the 5070 Ti. It's $400, $500, $600 cheaper, and you don't get much different performance. But it's $400, $500, $600 cheaper. Now, the 7900 is $200, $200-300 cheaper than the 5070 and the Ti, and it's even better. So it makes sense why AMD's 7900 is the best GPU from AMD. Now they're bringing out the Super, the 5070 Super, 5070 Ti Super. That basically because I think they're bringing out in a month or two. I think it's coming out this year, end of this year. So guess what happened in the last 2-3 weeks? The 5070 Ti's values dropped by 200-300. The Ti's dropped by about 150. So now the 5070 is more similar price to the 7900 XTX, which is why I don't mind picking up a 5070 or a 5070 Ti if it's a bargain. Yes, Alan, Assalamu alaikum. But there's big volume today, but there's no clean entry, Alan. No clean entry, but big volume. Obviously, I don't know if you've heard about the yen or anything like that. I think I told you in the yesterday. No, yo, listen, bro. Bear news happened with the yen, and bear news happened with the euro as well. Yeah. But this computer is only being used for trading and live streaming, but obviously it's going to be built like an absolute tank. It's going to be like a seriously tank tier computer. Obviously I had a huge gap on the yen as well, Alan. That was because of something important that happened. Very important and interesting indeed. Gotta go now. Yeah, that's fine, bro. I'll probably see you on your thingy stream. Miko's. But right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. DXY overall, I'm still bearish on it, man. Until we break this key level here, bro. Until we get like something like that, a body close and then a retest, then I'm gonna say yeah, we're bullish up to 101 or 100 in it. But if we're gonna come up and reject this level, then obviously, like, if we get price action doing this instead, it comes up and it tests it and it comes back down again, I'm just gonna be stuck in the middle of in the middle of here, bro, until we get a break lower or we get a break higher. It's just kind of stuck in that level. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you, Francis. See you later, D. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. Drop a like if you haven't, or if you forgot or whatever. Just, you know, that'd be cool. I know you guys normally do it anyway. But right, okay, that's me done for today, guys. I'll see you guys later. Alan, are you free? I'll call you in it. Yeah, see you tomorrow, bro. Just be careful in New York, innit? Just be careful in New York. Anything can happen. Because remember, we're still waiting on the potential government shutdown update as well. Although the data I've read is saying 14 days is average, is what they're expecting. It could be any time in New York session, so just be careful if you trade New York. So yeah, let me get my notepad, copy all the stuff. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow most likely. Have a good one. Peace out.